We have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
We're just going to shoot the shit at a sprinkle of real estate.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to talk about.
Because that's what we're good at.
Yeah.
I'm Wiza.
I'm Nada.
This is the Two Keys in a Podcast.
Is that lame? I feel like that was lame as fuck. That's Wiza.
Oh my God.
I'm Nada.
I'm Wiza.
That's Wiza. We're realtors.
Okay. We're realtors. This is the Two Keys in a Podcast. We thought we were so slick when we made the name. We had a few others in the batch, but this was the one that made the cut because Two Keys in a Pod, like, how genius.
What was our original one that was taken?
There was a few. You're the one that has the list, so if you wouldn't mind just whipping it out, it's really embarrassing.
Real tea.
Oh yeah, real tea.
So we were originally going to call this podcast Real Tea, but then lo and behold, that name was taken by like 80,000 realtors.
80,000. We thought we were so slick.
We
literally were
so
like,
smart.
I got it, Real Tea. So many other people had thought of it, so we had to be smarter than that. Then, should we tell them?
Our other podcast name that we thought of was Two for Sale.
Two for Sale. See what I mean? Prostitute-y. Like, it's just...
I don't even know what we were thinking.
The Double N podcast and the Two for Sale podcast. Like, it's not giving.
No, our heads were not in the right
I
place.
think we landed on the one. Please comment if you think so, too.
Yeah.
Two keys in a pod?
I think that's fun.
We're genius. Like, are you serious? No, like, give us our
Are we
10s.
genius, though? Because we came up with double end.
Yeah, I know. No, but we're genius because we didn't go with it.
That's true. Yeah, we were able to reflect and realize that that was a poor decision.
And you know what?
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Like, like, that's all you need. No, let me tell this story. I have another best friend. Her name is Kenzie.
Rude.
We've known each other for a really long time. She swears that I change my laugh monthly. Like, she's like, every month you have a new laugh. I don't really know about that. So, like, selfishly, I would also like this podcast to act as just like a little bit of a documentation. Because do you feel like I changed my laugh?
I honestly don't think you changed your laugh at all. Like, you've been laughing like this since I met you.
Cackling.
Yeah. Like,
so, like, what could change?
Wiza has this laugh that, like, if she laughs at something and it's not even funny, you will laugh just because you hear her laugh.
Yeah. Well,
it kills me.
I don't know. Like, sometimes it's a blessing and a curse because I often at the end of the days have like smile lines in my makeup because it's just like I've been literally smiling all day.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's kind of sweet though.
Well,
this podcast, like, we've been talking about it for probably like a year and a half. Like, it's been a minute, you know?
It's been so long. I also get so many DMs saying like, you should make a podcast. You'd be like the perfect person for a podcast. I'm like, I know. So it's finally happening. And the other names that we had for it were quite inappropriate now that I think about it.
But this is how it worked, is we were looking back at them and we realized that all of the names we had come up with were like giving prostitution. Yeah. And we had no idea why. Like, why we thought those were a good idea in the moment, you know?
No. It's because we were like looking for something that is like a little bit of real estate, obviously. So, okay. So I'm Wiza. I'm a realtor. This is Nada. She's
I'm a realtor / mortgage broker.
She's a realtor / mortgage broker.
I have both licenses, but I just got my mortgage license and I'm switching into that right now. So
yeah. So she said, "Fuck this industry. I just really want to do the mortgage side of things." She just got really tired of like running around. Would you say?
It's true. Yeah. I had like a really tough start to 2024 because I had like 7 deals collapse, and I felt like I was just chasing after everyone and I could not do it anymore. Like, my hair was literally falling out and like I was literally crying. And if you know me, like Wiza knows me, I never cry. So when I do, it's really bad. So that's why we're a mortgage broker now.
Yeah. And it's just a lot more your speed. You like numbers, you like crunching. I would never want to be a mortgage broker, by the way. Oh my God. The way that I've had to like curse some mortgage brokers out.
Yeah.
So you would think this is like a power duo, you know, mortgage broker, realtor.
We are.
But she's a trader, and she has a boyfriend that she's known for longer than me.
I'm a trader.
Who's also a realtor. So he actually gets all of her business, or is going to get all
real estate business.
All of her real estate business. So we really truly don't benefit off of each other. We're just genuinely like two best friends that just like to,
I mean,
like,
you're gonna get a killer mortgage broker.
Truly.
I think that's pretty beneficial.
that's true, but like I don't get shit from her.
You will. I'll buy you gifts. Well, you want to go to Bora Bora? The crazy thing is we're on a team of 50 agents now. And I think when you joined back, it was like 10 agents. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
Like 10. Okay. And it's super funny because I've been through like 4 or 5 renditions of the team. Like I'm probably Sean's longest standing agent right now. Like
Sean is our team lead. He's our
yes.
mentor.
Yeah, introduction. So we're on the Getty group.
Number 2 team in Alberta. Number 4 team in Canada.
Number 1 incoming though,
Oh.
which is the most important thing.
Period.
Yeah, we're competitive. We got some really good people on our team and we're growing really, really fast.
Stupid
We were
fast.
at like 10 agents like less than a year ago?
Less than a year ago. We, honest, no word of a lie, are probably the fastest growing team in all of North America.
We definitely are. Like if you were to take a stat, like we definitely would be without a doubt.
We just decided to make a podcast because like truly, like I said, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm always talking to my audience about like real estate and being stupid and
the other thing is we're really dramatic. like there's no one probably goofier on the team than like us because we're constantly making jokes.
yeah, but nobody knows it.
And nobody knows it because
It's kind of funny
we're
because
shy.
No, we're like in the group, like we have team meetings like every morning and like we sit in the back. Like we really truly like
But that's because we're late most of the time. So we're creeping into the back almost
we're like,
constantly.
But when we're just together, like I don't know, there's like I literally never thought I'd ever find somebody that's funnier than me. And Nat is a close second. And I just think that we really, I don't know, we're getting a little too emotional.
Yeah. No, but the funniest part is that neither of us can remember how we became friends.
Oh
like
my
for
God.
the life of us. But we do remember one specific meeting and we don't even think this is our first meeting or we're not sure. No, we are sure that's our first meeting.
No,
we just
it's-
don't know how we actually became
it's
friends.
not. It's the 7th wonder of the world. Like we
Yeah.
we have no idea how we became friends. Like
no idea.
I woke up one day and Nada was my best friend. I'm not kidding.
No,
like,
that's
I truly,
actually how it happened.
Neither of us. No, like when people are like, "What do you just expect your future husband to just come in out of nowhere?" I'm like, Nada did. I'm kidding.
And if you think it was from this team, it wasn't because she was on a different real estate
I
team.
was on a different real estate team in the beginning.
Yeah, and we were already friends by the time she came over to this team.
Can you speak a little bit to like the team before, like the different ones, and then the one I joined?
Yeah. So the thing about like our team is we had many renditions. Like we probably went through 4 renditions of this team. And I think the toughest thing is like we were all learning directly from Sean. We didn't have any support staff. And Sean was really great to learn from directly. But the problem is he was doing his own business at the same time too. So he was absolutely overwhelmed. And I'm a person who like I think this is why I've stayed around the longest is like I always like can find a way to succeed even if there's like shit getting thrown in my face. Like I don't give a fuck. But I think for a lot of people who needed the systems and needed leads and needed things like that, that's kind of how we came to this team now is we just basically bulldozed through everything and realized nothing was working because we kept failing and failing and failing over again.
And he'll tell you that.
Yeah, and he'll tell you that. And that's kind of where we're at now is like we've really perfected what most people joining a real estate team need and want. And I think that everyone, and you can speak on this too, but I think that majority of people on our team right now are really happy with the structures we have.
Yeah, extremely. The thing is, like, when you join real estate, you really don't know what the hell you're doing. Unless you're lucky enough to, have somebody who's like a close family member or something like that, like who's already crushing it. But like, if you're just like kind of a nobody, like
Most people.
There's a reason 80% of realtors fail in the first year.
I think it's even more.
Yeah, I actually
we
think
don't
so.
we don't research stats, but we just speak. So
But no, it's a really it's a business. Like it's really hard. So a lot of people are just seeking mentorship. Pure mentorship, no competition, no like hiding things from people, like just true mentorship and like wanting to see your business grow. And I think that's what Sean is devoted to doing.
Yeah, I think the funny part about being a new agent is that you get put through this real estate course, and like we know in Alberta specifically because we're from Calgary, there's 2 exams that you have to do. So you do like a fundamentals, it's like a broad thing, and then you do like a residential, which is more specified. And the problem is that it teaches you absolutely nothing.
At all.
And yeah, that's like me being generous. So when you have a new agent and they try to go solo, they basically are getting fed to the sharks, and you're like just a massive liability issue at that point because you have no idea what you're doing. So like that's why we like the team, and that's why we choose not to go solo, because even now like we really know what we're doing now, and like we help train like newer agents, and like, you know, everyone on the team helps each other out.
In terms of what this podcast is going to be about, it's definitely going to be, you know, just us shooting the shit with sprinkled in with a little bit of real estate, which we love most. We're just two girlies.
Yeah, like that's literally it. Is we're two girlies. We have a lot to say. We have these convos with ourselves all the time, and we're like, people should hear this shit.
We have like 8-hour-long FaceTime conversations.
Yeah. Like I basically do everything with her on FaceTime. I'm not joking.
Okay, so what would you say is like
our fondest memory together?
Yeah.
Okay. So like if you know Wiza, you know that she's not an outdoor person.
Oh,
like she's she's a city girl. Like you can look at her and you can be like, she's a city girl, right? Anyways, I like love anything related to the water. Like you want to go swimming, you want to go like fucking stand up paddleboarding. Like I'm there, I'll do whatever, right?
No, by the way, I love the beach.
You
Don't
love
get
the
me
beach?
wrong. Anyway, keep going.
Anyways, in Calgary, like one of the coolest things about Calgary is that you have the Bow River, and it like flows through the city. And we both live downtown, so we're like pretty close to the Bow River. And one day, like something that you have to do in Calgary is float down the Bow River. So you basically get a raft, like you get a bunch of friends, and you start higher up in the river, and then you just float all the way down, like when it's really hot outside in the summer. So I invited Wiza because I thought it'd be fun, you know? Like she wouldn't really have to do anything. Like we could just go in the raft and like float. I like to tan, so I was like, I can get my tan on. Anyways, we got stuck in the raft together. And I remember...
Oh my God, we got stuck in the raft together. Let me tell you how. So first of all, I was genuinely terrified. Like we started walking into the river and I was like, is this really what people do? But I was eventually I was comfortable.
Yeah.
And
by comfortable, she means she was sitting there while I was paddling the entire time.
Well, I really didn't want to get us into like a rut, you know?
Okay.
So we're like rowing, we're rowing, and then all of a sudden we're like doing good. Like we're like, okay, we're getting
like
the rhythm, like hee ho. And we were almost like too good because we traveled all the way down the river. We lost our friends.
We lost our entire group. Like,
and
it was Survivor type shit.
Yeah, and we literally we were so far gone that we had to wait there in one particular spot. Like I think we grabbed like a stick or something like that and like had to hold on to it because we were there for like half an hour. And then our friends finally caught up to us and we went the fuck home.
But I think it was so funny because in my mind, I was ready. It was like the river and then this big hill and then basically like a road. In my mind, I thought we were going to have to like barefoot, like basically naked, like everything, gonna have to trek up this hill and barefoot walk back home and just sacrifice our raft.
No, for sure.
But then eventually like our friends came floating down and we were totally fine. But for us to be stuck in that situation together was hilarious. That's my favorite memory.
Traumatic, if you will.
Traumatic, yeah, but funny.
What's my memory?
Is that bad? That's bad.
Oh no.
I don't think should we share that?
Yes. Okay. One time. No.
This is your favorite memory of me.
Oh my
Can
God.
we explain, give some context that I sometimes do not understand social cues. I don't know why.
Okay, so one time, Nada has a friend from Vancouver. Both are friends now. We've met plenty of times. Yeah. So often she comes and travels to Calgary because she also has a boyfriend who lives in Calgary. They're long distance, but every time she comes down, she stays with Nada. And the last time she came down that I saw her was Stampede. And so she was like, you know, from Vancouver. She's like, let's go to Stampede. So we were like, fine. We're not crazy about Stampede because we live here, but like we're
like grandmas.
Yeah, let's show her. So we went and she brought her little boo thing. We're walking around the grounds and we see like, you know, there's like games and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck are they called? Like not arcade
carnival games?
Yeah, carnival games. And there's like a basketball one and you have to pay for it. It's like $50 a time or $10 or something.
I don't know. It
All
was
I
like
know
a ridiculous amount.
is that he spent $100, okay,
Yeah,
on
at
this basketball
least,
thing.
at
Like he was
least.
like, he kept being like, can I go again? Can I go again? Man spent $100, okay? So he was like really serious about this like basketball thing for some reason. So anyway, at the end of it, he finally like wins and he gets a stuffed animal. And you know, you would think he would give it to his girlfriend because that's like the cute thing to do.
That's what I thought.
But he like kept it and it's like loud, you know what I'm saying? So like we're like low key having to like yell at each other. She's just like,
I don't even want her to say it.
are you gonna give that to Samia? Like, not his friend? He's just like, no, it's for me. And she's like, what? And then he was just like, yeah, I got it for me. I had a friend that unfortunately passed away and he like loved basketball and stuff like this. So this is like supposed to like honor him,
And
right?
he died around Stampede.
And Nada goes, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't mean to laugh, but
no,
like,
it's okay.
it's just the fact that you have no social cues.
I don't.
Nada looks him dead in his eyes and she goes, well, how are you going to give it to him?
And I was so serious.
Literally, I couldn't breathe. Like, internally, I was like, oh my God. I think he replied like something really polite. I probably
he was
would have
nice
cursed you
about
out.
it. I just lack social cues sometimes. And like, I really hope that they don't see this podcast. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sure.
Every time Nada comes to the gym with me, something's broken. Like the next day, I'm like, Kate, day 2, like, are you coming with me or no? And she's just like, my back is broken.
Okay, there's something wrong with my bed. And I told Ryan when we were buying a bed that I wanted an extra firm one.
Ryan's her boyfriend.
Yeah, Ryan's my boyfriend. And we just got the firm because he was like, extra firm will be too firm. He was wrong. Because now I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he's heavy and he sleeps on the other side of the bed.
Not
and it
heavy.
sinks me and it like makes my back turn. So I've had this like crazy back pain. And then I went to the gym with her thinking I could just do the squat rack, no problem, like light work. I put that bar on me. I felt my spine compress.
Yeah, that wasn't a good time for you.
Yeah, right after the gym, we had to go to the drugstore and get me some pain meds.
Literally straight to the drugstore.
Yeah. Robax. It actually works quite well.
I don't think you've ever come to the gym with me 2 days in a row.
Probably not. Especially like in my defense, like Calgary is so cold. Like, am I really gonna go outside in like -15, bust my ass getting to the gym? And like, listen,
At what point are you outside for more than 5 seconds? We both
I'm
have
from
underground
Vancouver.
parking.
I'm not used to this weather. I'm used to like the rain,
screaming.
but at least it's warm. And for all context, I have a gym in my building that I go to sometimes when I don't go with you.
Sure. I love your nails.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get mine done again.
Yeah.
The last time I got my nails done, it was kind of a horror story. So
Should I tell the story about when I got my nails done? And he said I had a crooked finger. So I got my nails done and I decided to get Gel X because my friend was like, they're so great. And this was in Vancouver. So I get it done and I watched him put this nail on crooked. And like, if you're watching on the video right now, you can see that this is crooked, right? So then I told him, I was like, my nail looks crooked. And he was like, no, that's just your finger. That was not funny. It was not my finger. But the way he gaslit me, and then afterwards, when I went to go pay, he was like, my name's Mike. Leave me a really good review, please. I was like, I don't know, Mike, because my finger is pointing left.
they are. Let me see.
It's this one. Look at it.
Nah, maybe you do have a crooked finger.
I don't. You can literally see that it's on crooked.
Yeah, you're right.
And I know that because I actually do have a crooked finger and it's my middle finger. We should talk about the real estate market a bit. And it's kind of in like a fiery shithole right now, like to be honest.
It's like really weird. Like Calgary's market is fucking weird. So what happened recently was there was like almost 1,000 new listings that popped up on the market last week in January, which is unheard of. January is usually like the slowest month of the year. And there was like 700 new listings popped up. So we were like, what the hell is happening, right? Long story short, I think that there's a lot of panicky uncertainty at the moment in the market just because, you know, a lot of things are happening. I don't know if we should touch on
and
it.
like not to get political, but I like that uncertainty is coming from like what's happening in the States right now, and like
Trumpy.
Trumpy wants to impose them tariffs, and like tariffs are inflationary, so we're gonna kind of get a little bit of hit for that. So
We're gonna get slapped hard.
yeah, and I don't blame people for panicking and like listing and like trying to get out of where they're at. But yeah, like if you ask us our honest opinion right now on like what we think the market's gonna do, is like we pretty much have no idea.
We have no idea. And this is the first time truly since my career, I will say, that like I have no idea what's going to happen to the market. What I think is going to happen, to be honest with you, I think there's going to be a little bit of a shock in the market
For sure.
at first. But the thing is, Alberta always kind of bounces back.
And like I do feel like, because they're going to be devastating. Like if they actually do impose like the 25% tariffs, it's going to be
Let's explain what
devastating.
tariffs are.
Yeah, so like tariffs are a tax on an imported good, and basically they're inflationary because that tax has to get passed down to the consumer, because now the person, whoever is buying the stuff, has to pay more. So
25%.
yeah, and 25%. And that's exactly why it's inflationary, is because it gets passed on to the consumer. So you can imagine how much the cost of everything is going to go up. And I think people are planning for that right now. And it's not fun. Like in my honest opinion though, like I do think we're going to see quite a bit of a shock in the market. Like I think there's no way we can have something like that happen and not have a little bit of a hit in the market. And I've heard a lot of people say that it's going to be similar to what happened to COVID. Like, do you agree with that?
The thing is, I don't know. Like, it's so
Yeah.
crazy. Like, it can really go either way. Like, I truly, like, if you asked me, is now a good time to buy?
Yeah. It depends.
It
Yeah.
depends.
It
Like, it's shifty. But
it is.
why do you think Trump is imposing tariffs to begin with?
So this is so controversial. Well, it's not even controversial.
Whatever.
But,
It's a podcast. We're just chatting.
The way people justify tariffs is that it causes you to like increase your like domestic like production, basically. So like say for example, you were buying cars from somewhere else. We can use like Canada for example, right? Say I was the States, I was buying cars from Canada, and then we increased our tariffs on them, right? So now those people buying the cars had to pay more for them cars. Basically what they're going to do is there's going to be a price where it doesn't make sense for them to come and buy it from us anymore. They're going to start manufacturing more in the States, and they're going to create more facilities that manufacture. Now this is such a wild argument that you could go so deep into, because there's always stuff that's going to be cheaper for us to import. I think it's not going to be cute. I think the thing we do have to look forward to is like we're not going to let it go lightly, right? We have a couple options that we could take. So like we could even place retaliatory tariffs on them. But I think like we've been trade partners with the States for a minute. Like it's a beneficial relationship. We sell our oil to them for cheaper. Like that keeps some of their oil costs down. I do think like even if he does impose the tariffs, which it looks like he's going to at this point, I do think we'll bounce back from it quickly. Like, I do think we'll come to an agreement.
Yeah, that's what I think. Long story short is I think, well, we kind of don't have a government right now, so that's also...
Yeah,
that's
it's a
not
little
lit.
bit of a mess right now.
Trudeau said, bye.
Yeah.
He literally, like, what did he say? I feel like...
No, he literally just dipped.
You know, Trudeau, he literally came on air one day and was just like, so I was having Christmas dinner and I decided I don't want to do this anymore. So he kind of left us high and dry, which sucks, but
I'm honestly surprised, though, that he didn't peace out earlier, because I can't even imagine getting that amount of hate. Like, that would just destroy me.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine getting the amount of hate that some like reality TV contestants get.
Yeah.
Like, or like the Kardashians, like, let alone Trudeau. Like,
Absolutely.
and like, you know, like some of it justified for sure, but like, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot
it's
for
harsh.
any one human being. We're just going to have to see.
Yeah,
to be
in
honest
all
with you.
honesty, I feel it out.
I think the spring will recover, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
that soon. Like, it's not like I don't think the market is going to crash by any means. I just think that there's going to be a little shock wave. And then I think that we're going to figure it out.
Yeah, and I can agree with that. I think it just depends on like how long it goes for, like how long it's going to take us to recover, type of thing.
And how long it's going to take us to get a new election.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
Because I guess like the Liberal Party is just like really stretching that out, the process to having a new election so that we can get a new party in there. But we're just going to have to we're just gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Comment below, who would you vote for? Actually, that might get a little messy in the comments, but
Fight each other in the comments.
no, for sure. We like mess. We like observing it though.
Yeah, and we try to like stay impartial in our views
Totally,
and everything, and
like-
like we don't really like to pick sides. Like we kind of just balance out everything because that's like in our opinion, in my opinion at least, I think that's how you get the realest opinion.
Exactly.
And
You have to be open to just all like I like being educated.
For sure.
Okay, like
Yeah, for
period.
sure.
I don't like being like closed off by any means. In another life. Do you like SZA?
I like SZA.
I love SZA. You know what we
What's
should
your
do? We
song?
should pull out. It's the new year. We should pull out our like Spotify Wrapped.
So this is so crazy because number one, I don't have Spotify.
Oh,
I'm an
neither do
Apple
I.
Music user.
Same. Oh my
Then
god.
why
okay.
would you say
I don't know because I thought I
Spotify?
wanted to fit in. Everybody has Spotify. Oh my god. So we're
the same. Like we're both freaking weird.
we are right here. Okay.
But
What is your Apple Wrapped?
oh my god, the
What's it
weirdest thing
called?
about me though, is like I don't
Never listen to music?
Listen to music, yeah.
That's
I
so nuts.
only listen to like I love listening to debates. I love listening to podcasts.
Yeah, I love listening to podcasts.
And the weirdest thing is like sometimes now like I'll just do things in silence. Like I don't know if that's me getting older, but like
We will be on FaceTime, like we said in the beginning of this podcast, for hours, and just there will
Yeah.
be silence. Like we're just
Yeah.
both doing something.
that's my honestly like probably my favorite song right now is like I know Bad Bunny just released an album and like DTMF.
Who's DTMF?
That's a song name.
Oh.
But I like it. It's good. People watching will know.
Well, another thing that I really like, in addition to real estate and being me, is music. And I will say, let me actually scroll and
What about
find
our favorite artists? Like I can do
Oh,
that one. I can do
please.
that one.
Okay, so guess who my top artist was? Just take a wild
Oh
gander.
my god. Wait. No. Okay, Party Next Door.
So close.
Really?
So
Okay,
close.
Party Next Door is second place then.
So close. No, it's actually like it says the amount of minutes.
Oh, does it?
with
How do you see that?
And it's literally like 10 less minutes. Okay, my number one is Drake.
yeah, okay.
I can't. That motherfucker is everywhere.
I thought you were like a little past your Drake year.
I know. I was so mad at him in the beginning of this year, which is this is a different podcast story. That's
yeah.
a story all in its own. My number two is SZA. My number three is Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Those three are always in my top three. Like
Yeah.
it's just, Nada, if those three aren't in my Spotify Wrapped or whatever, like I died. My number four is Kanye West.
That's wild.
I know.
I'm not a Kanye stan.
I am.
He's
I
just-
hate it. Like I think he's so stupid.
Yeah.
I just love his music. Anyway, number
His
five
music
is
is creative.
number five is even more shocking to me.
What is it?
Future.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
I
Future's like all I listened to when I was 14.
Which, by the way, is not that long ago. No, I'm
I
kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't know how he snuck in there. I really don't feel like I listened to Future, but like I do, obviously. But you know who I'm so shocked wasn't on my Spotify? What is it? What is it called? Apple Replay.
Apple Replay.
J. Cole.
Oh, yeah.
He's
J. Cole's
always
good.
on it.
He's classic.
How did Future sneak in there?
I don't know.
That
Honestly,
little
like-
misogynist.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes you just hit like shuffle on your music. and it
Future's on
just,
a
like,
lot of my songs. He's
There's a lot of features too.
yeah, no, for sure.
Like my music taste is all over the place.
I know.
And
I've
I
been in
go
the
through,
car
like-
with you before and
yeah,
been like,
I-
I've commented on it.
No, I go through like moods. Like sometimes I'll listen to like the oldest songs, like from the 1970s. Sometimes like classic rock. Sometimes I'll like do the pop, hip hop. I used to like be a really big R&B girl. Like I loved R&B.
I'll always be an R&B girl.
You're gonna die at this. Okay, you're not gonna guess my number one at all.
I know I
Do you
won't.
want to try? I'll give you 3 guesses.
Who, like,
I'll tell you if it, like you can guess the whole list, and I'll tell you if it pops up on the list.
is it like people I would like or no?
Probably like half and half.
Okay. Let me guess the half that I would like.
Okay.
Could it be, is it SZA?
No.
Chris Brown?
No.
I'm trying to think, like, when we're in the car together, like, who are you listening to?
Yeah. It's always different. That's the problem.
Who is it?
Elton John is my
Sorry?
number one.
Oh my God. What?
I
Can you break
love
down what song?
Elton John?
That is so wild.
I love like every song. I love Tiny Dancer. That's so weird. I also love that one with what's her name? Doja Cat? Or
Yeah.
Dua Lipa. I just got Dua Lipa and Doja Cat mixed up. But that Cold Heart, the remix one. That's so embarrassing. Okay, but my number 2 is probably like what I would list as my favorite, and it's Post Malone.
Okay.
I love Post Malone. I don't know why. Like, I'm just a Posty stan. I also got Coldplay, One Direction, because Liam Payne died. Aww. So I had to pay tribute to Liam Payne. And then Juice WRLD. I also love Juice WRLD.
You want to know what? I saw Juice WRLD's last performance before he died.
Really?
I was there live.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Arlo wants to go. It's been fun. Is there anything else we should talk about?
Arlo's my dog, and he's waiting at the door now because he's sick and tired of just listening to us yap. So we're gonna go let him out, and we're also probably gonna peace out.
But this was fun. We're gonna try and do not try. We're gonna come at you like twice a month.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly. It'll probably be more frequent after the spring market. The spring market just gets so busy for us
we're done
all the time.
We're done.
And to be honest with you, spring has started early because of all of the inventory. So once we have a little bit more, I guess, time on our hands, we might switch it to weekly. But for now, you're just going to get us twice a month. And to be honest with you, that's a blessing for you.
Yeah, and we also need an editor because we don't know what editing this stuff is going to look like right now. So
this could be a mess.
This could absolutely be a wreck. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll catch you guys next time on Two Keys in a Pod cast. That was good. That was good.